Alright guys, so in this video we are going to do something a little bit different and something a little bit special, because if you've been watching my channel for a while you'll know that I have collabed with other people, more so in lockdown, and showcasing people's tanks, getting them to do species profiles, and it's just a great way for you to get new content on my channel, and also for me to help other fish tubers share what they do. And that's what I really like my channel to be about. So when someone offers to do something like that, it really makes my day, and we have got one of those in this video. So we are going to do a fish room tour, a full fish room tour by Aquadiction, which is Marcus and Anne-Marie. I did showcase them on my 5 UK fish tuber video the other week, but I also had asked them to do either a species profile or a fish room tour, which they've done for me. They've done a full fish room tour. They are amazing people. They've got an amazing channel. They've got a YouTube channel, they've got a Facebook page, they've got a website. So I'll put something on here somewhere anyway to show you what they look like, so you can go and search and find them. What they're doing is something special in their fish room, and you're going to get to see it in this video. So before we go into the video, I just want to shout out Marcus and Anne-Marie and say thank you so much for sharing this with me, because I'm sat here and I'm going to get to watch this with my viewers. So thank you so much for that. Anyway, let's go and check out the fish room tour by Aquadiction.
Hi everyone, welcome to our little UK fish room and a fish room tour for the legend that is Big Fish Lad. We've been promising him a fish room tour for a while now, and we just haven't got around to it, so we've set aside some time today and we're going to talk you around all our tanks. So first up, this is our hallway tank. This houses our blue star animal colony. We also have a lot of Colombian giant ram's horn snails, and they're not around right now, are they? Typically we do have some corridors in here. Let's come back. Oh, there's one at the back. These are CW37, very rare corridors. I might have to come back to that tank in a second. Yeah, so let's go into the fish room. So it's a bit of a mess right now as we're in the middle of redoing everything. We're changing all the tanks around, but I'll give you a quick 360 of what it currently looks like. We'll start with this racking unit, which is our newest racking unit. Got 3 additional tanks coming here, and I'm going to build it out so we've got the whole wall of matching aquariums. Start with the top aquarium, which we're having a bit of a problem with clearing at the moment because we just did a large water change using pond water. So in here we have some peacock gudgeon, we have some rare Peruvian tetras, that's a female, it's not got much colour. And at the back, at the top, we have some neon red rainbow fish, but again, this aquarium's not very good to see in right now. We also have a lot of baby plecos. Let's change the focus on this to center. These are king tiger pleco babies. Doing quite well with them. There's the neon red rainbows. There's a lot there. Apologies about that tank. And second one down, we have a rainbow. So we've got Sotheby's rainbows in here, and Wapoga. This is a Wapoga growing out now. We've been waiting for these guys to colour up for about 8 months now, and they're just starting to colour up. They're going to be absolutely stunning. The Sotheby's, which we've bred ourselves. These are all grow outs from last year. And then we have Pulcher Corridorus. Huge Corridorus. Absolutely stunning. Below that, we have our CW45 Corridorus, another rare Corridorus. You don't see them very often. Gorgeous fish. We also have our Precox rainbows that we've bred ourselves again, growing out in here. And finally in this aquarium we have our saddleback loaches. And if you like a fish that just sits there pretty much 24/7 and never moves, saddleback loaches for you. There's also a couple of fork tails in there. Oh, and a couple of guppies which we're growing out as virgins for a crossbreeding project. So let's go to the little rack-in that's going to be going in the next couple of days as we put up our third new rack-in unit. I can move the dog. So down here we have a guppy breeding project which we created ourselves. These were a metal black lace guppy crossed with a red cat cobra guppy, and these were the results. These are the F1s. Change the focus. Yeah, so these are the F1s. And I've got some F2s growing out as fry right now, so we'll see what they turn out like. I'm pretty happy with it. Above that we have our Neo Carolina colony. These are the red rilly shrimp. Probably our favourite Neo. Above that we have a grow out tank for our rainbow fish. We've got Celebes, Praycocks and neon red rainbows growing out in here. So a couple of yellow shrimp up at the back. And some quilted Melania snails, which you don't see very often. Next tank over, we got these quite recently. So we've got our strawberry leporinus. Gorgeous fish, I'm sure you're going to agree. Then we have Narayan barbs. You don't see them very often, so we had to snap them up. And at the back, splendid loach. There's 3 of them, but they're quite shy, so it's always lucky when you get to see them. Across from that, we have our Santa Maria Enma colony. Half of these went outside in our summer tubs, which I'll show you in a bit. Luckily, we kept half in, as we recently had some birds pick off pretty much all of our Santa Marias out there. Which was our fault, we floated some wood. So up here, we have another one of our guppy cross breeding projects. These are the F2s. This was a Gingaruba guppy crossed with a blue star enema. And we're really happy with these. We're going to pursue these and try and get a line. Assuming they keep breeding true. So far they are. Just a bit different. That's a bit like a wild guppy really. And here we have a red cap grober. This was the dad of the first cross I showed you a minute ago. And this is a blue star enema virgin female. They've been in here about 3 months now. They're not breeding. I believe it's because we've left the female too long. And if you leave female guppies too long as virgins, then it's very difficult for them to be here. And we have some more baby rainbows in here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show you, so we'll move on. So we come to our another racking unit. Start at the top. This is another guppy breeding project. These were Sterk anglers crossed with black bar anglers. These are the results. Quite a mixed bag. These were the F1s. We're going to take it to F2, F3 probably, and just decide what we're going to do with them. I'm not sure yet. This is quite a bit of a mess because we've just done our water change. So we've got some blonde blush guppy females, virgins that they have been growing out in here with some scissor-tail guppy males to do a cross. That will be an interesting result, I think. We do have a lot of fry up there, so we'll be able to see how they turn out soon. We also have some orange pumpkin neos here. Gonna focus, yeah. And there are some Adelphi corridors in here. There's one. Focus, yeah. There are 10 in there. Below that we have our Tigra colony. Some of them. We have another guppy cross results in here, but these are the F2s and they're not really coloured up yet, so not very interested to show you. Then we have, these are another crossbreeding project. These were tiger antlers crossed with Gingaruba guppies, but they've all turned out pretty much like tigers. Now we're just going to see what the F2s produce. Down below we have a really big chrome, 450 litres. This houses quite a few different fish. These are our favourite plecos, the flash pleco. If you're looking for an L-lumber pleco that is actually out and about and you can see, flash plecos are the one for you. Like a bit different, but always out and about as well. And we have some Agassizii corridoris, some assassin snails as you can see, and an absolute ton of tiger antlers. We have a red tiger antler in here that's turned up. I think it was just on show. Which is quite neat. Might have to pull him out and see if we can get a line going with them. Yeah, pretty happy with this tank. A lot of guppy grass, a lot of fake plants. We do have a lot of fake plants. There's also a lot of red willy shrimp in here as well. So we'll move across to another full 50, and this is a big colony of our Gingaruba guppies. Hundreds and hundreds in here. Some Cambodian log suckers down here just to help with the algae. We are having a bit of a problem with this aquarium. With the hair algae, it's not nice. We need to reset this one. Above that we have a bit of a nano setup. New additions are the coral red pencil fish. So we can get a good shot of that one. How awesome is that? That's a female. The males are brighter. There's another female here. So I have some red line rasbora there. They're not showing up very well because we're using white substrate. They'd show up much better on a darker substrate. Another coral red. There's a couple of red panda barbs in here that we bred ourselves. Accidentally. Oh, there's a male. Check him out. Isn't that just stunning? And a couple of virgin guppies for breeding projects later on. Next we have a breeding project we're doing right now. These are Vietnamese cardinal minnows, very similar to the White Cloud Mountain minnows, but about half the size. So we saw some spawning this morning. Hopefully we'll have some babies soon. Next over we have our green black bar in the colony. So a ton of these again. Of them we have, I scatter straight away, orange Venezuelan corridoris and our Pacific blue eye rainbow pseudomcgill. Nice little fish, not often seen. Corridoris not going to come back. Then we have some Popendetta blue eye pseudomcgill. We've only got 3 males. We did have some females, but unfortunately we lost them. And the guppy is just a blonde blush grow out male for breeding project. Over we have some skunk corridoris with 2 smudge spot corridoris. These will be going in another aquarium as soon as we're happy they don't have any sort of problems. And above them we have our Ivan Sophie blue eye pseudomcgill. Again, a nice little pseudomcgill, you don't see all that much. And we come to our big tank, our main display tank. There's a lot in here and I might have to feed them. Oh, there we go. Striped Leprinus. I was hoping he'd be out. silver flying fox, red panda barb, denison barbs, Borneo redfin sharks, true flying fox there. Actually, the true flying fox is my personal all-time favourite fish. This one's a male, it's much darker than the females. You can go almost black at some points when he's getting excited. So we also have some danios in here, glow light danios and orange fin danios. Golden sucking loach. Focus. Cambodian log suckers. Red tail black shark. Is that it for this one? Rainbow shark. Oh, and there was a rainbow shark, but
I just scared
him off. Okay, and that's the last aquarium in here. But so let's take you outside and show you what we've got going on for summer. So this first tub we have our tiger in the colony. Well, we've got half of them inside. This is the second half. They're doing really well. There are actually hundreds in here, but the water's gone quite green, as you can see. This was our Santa Maria Enla colony, but we purchased some wood floating on the top, and local birds came down and pretty much demolished them. This is a bit of a mix-up of nano fish. It's got white cloud nata minnows, some Siamese dwarf rasbora, fire green tetras, a few other things. I'll try and put in some underwater footage for you at the end of the video. And we have our stair kennel colony. This is our favourite type of enla. Try and get. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. The glare out here is quite terrible. This is a second stair kennel pond, just as a sort of overflow, just in case anything goes wrong with the first pond. We don't want to be losing all of our stair kennels. We've got a tank out here we've recently just put out that we're going to be doing a breeding project with some barbs or something. Throw them out here. Probably wait for the temperatures to go down a little bit first. So we've got one last aquarium to show you, and that is upstairs. And lastly, in our bedroom we have a small tank with our L46 zebra plecos. Absolutely gorgeous fish, I'm sure everyone agrees on that. And that brings us to the end of our fish room tour for Big Fish Lad. Hope you saw something interesting that you've maybe not seen before. And thanks for watching, guys.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, and it is a fantastic fish room, isn't it? And if anybody is interested or would love to share your content, if you're a fish tuber, or if you just want to send me a video of your tank or even your species, whatever, I will do a voiceover. So you can either send me a video of you doing the actual show, or you can send it me and I'll do a voiceover. But I just want to get more people out there to my viewers. So big thank you to Anne-Marie and Marcus yet again. And if you haven't already done it, I know I've mentioned it a few times, go and subscribe to the channel and follow the Facebook page. So anyway, guys, I just want to say a massive, massive thank you for all the support you give me, all the likes, the subscriptions, the shares, whatever it is you do for me. I really appreciate it. And anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to see you on the next one.